Warfare Online, con artist from Armor Games, previous makers of Warfare 1917 and 1944, if I recall correctly. I'll just make sure open the Armor Games tab again. Let me see here. But yeah, I remember playing this back in the day when I was bored in school. 1917 and 1944. Pretty decent strategy games. It was usually America or Europe versus Germany, or kind of the Reich, as it were. But now it's kind of more modern military, as far as I can tell, and it's a lot more like 1917. Warfare's 1917 rather than 44. I preferred War 44 in the sense that it had 3 lanes and a lot of cover mechanics as opposed to 1 lane. Warfare 1917 was a World War One, yeah, World War One game, so it had just a lot of no man's land and trenches, and a lot of ways to get people out of trenches, and a lot of ways that you had to sometimes just traverse across trench land. It doesn't seem like they have the morale factor in either game. Like, there used to be a morale thing that your men could actually, you could lose so badly that your men would just surrender if you lost enough men. And it used to be a balancing act a lot of the time of what you were willing to lose and sacrifice because of the morale you would gain back, and both games had that. The second game, however, developed 3 lanes. There was 3 lanes you could send your troops down, and you got upgrades. I forget if the first game, Warfare 1917, had upgrades, but in the second game there were upgrades for you, but it was a single-player game, and you would play through a campaign against AI in increasingly difficult situations, or in some cases increasingly easier situations, because like if you played as, say, America in 1944, I remember it would start out, I think it started out easy and got hard. Meanwhile, if you went for Germany, it started out hard and got easy because you basically played the campaigns in reverse as the different sides of each level. And Germany was pitched as a harder campaign, and you were told, hey, you probably should play as America first so you can learn the game. But as you can say, the upgrades and stuff, and now like they used to have operations in the other games where you could call down mortar strikes, gas, smoke a lot of the time. But it wasn't a lot of them aren't very clear, and they weren't very clear in 1917 and 1944. Like the gas in trenches, sure, that kills units, and mortar kills units, and it would hit randomly and instantly kill things. But stuff like deploys smoke in a small area, you actually want to deploy this on enemies so they have a debuff. And they also have limited reinforcements in this game, which I will probably show you in a practice game. There are 2 sides in the game, Russia and America. A little disappointed not to see the Reich make a return. But they each have, like, a lot of the unit cards. I haven't seen any new unit cards, but they seem to be very unique, like this is all the US. There are no neutral unit cards. This is the Russian. Now, they do mirror each other. I don't know if they mirror each other in stats. But the support, there's Russia, America, and you get these by, like, I got that from a pack. I got this from a pack, and you open up card packs to get this stuff, which is a little gamey. I don't like it. I only have, wow, it's actually a neutral op. But yeah, I only have operations, which these are passives that you can equip to your army or your platoon when you're in the field, and you just equip these and start the battle, and that's it. They don't cost anything, but they're special traits that have benefits and negatives. And it allows you to really kind of customize how your platoon fights. For me, I have infantry units start with lower health, higher damage, battle hardened, and open ground training. Your units take more damage in cover, your units take less damage in the open. So the way I often play is I blitz my enemy very fast, and mainly use vehicles more to cover my infantry units than actually staying stationary with cover. So this is my platoon. If I go to edit, you can create a Russian or US platoon, but you may see like, oh, what's this red number? Hey, what's that red number? Well, there's upgrades that you can earn by leveling up units, and you level up by units by having them and using them. So I haven't purchased any upgrades for the sniper team, and I have purchased situational awareness for the tank, plus range, resupply time. Resupply is the how quickly you can deploy the unit. And as you can see with this little number, we get 2 tanks that we can deploy by default. 2 tanks. Like with this, they have aim time, which is their time that it takes for them to fire, I believe, first off, but subtract range. And as you can see right here, range, damage, range. And with these are my AT team, which is the anti-tank. They carry a rocket launcher and normally have if I recall, it looks like yeah, that's what I thought. It was an AKS-74U, which is like that. And it's a fairly, long range, but I believe it's a little bit inaccurate. But anyways, so far what I've been trying to do is deploy them like this. Damage versus infantry, resupply time. Sorry, one second. Okay. Took a drink of pop. Cleared my throat a little. Anyways, I also dealt them a semi-automatic shotgun. Damage and range reduced, damage increased. Basically, they can plow through. I'm trying to get them to where they can plow through infantry just as easily. I'm trying to make my infantry. I always like infantry platoons in like Company Heroes 2. And I take challenge out of trying to not use heavy vehicles as much as I can. Because everybody, it's natural to just go, oh, well, I'm going to field vehicles, and just win via vehicles. You may notice I haven't taken the rifleman team, all-purpose infantry unit, the machine gun team, because a lot of what the machine gun teams does is take cover, so it doesn't really adhere to my playstyle and the operations that I receive from card packs. So I'm just playing in my operations right now. I don't know if I necessarily like rushing the enemy down, but it feels pretty good. Anti-vehicle infantry unit, fast aggressive infantry unit. Assaults are pretty good at dealing damage to units in cover, but they also kill. They throw a physics-based grenade that they throw. It's like it's a frag grenade, and it's just a frag grenade with shrapnel. But it actually is based on physics. So when they throw the grenade, they can throw it too far. It can bounce and not kill as many as like I've seen grenades kill entire squads, and I've seen grenades bounce a little bit too far and kill like the one guy in the back. Long-range infantry units, sniper units are primarily used to take out units in the open, but you can use them to take out units in cover. It's just a little sketchy in terms of like the sniper team surviving without like in a 1v1 situation. The GAZ-30, it's a light vehicle that tears through infantry, takes pretty good damage from grenades, but absolutely gets destroyed easily by AT teams, and it takes damage from light rifle fire pretty severely, but it tears through infantry really fast with a machine gun on top. The BTR-90 is It counters light vehicles and infantry pretty well, but it comes out far later, as you can tell by this timer. You get less of them, and they're not as fast as the GAZ-30, which is just a Humvee that rolls out real fast. Meanwhile, BTR moves somewhere near akin to the speed of the tank, but the tank is the slowest and takes the longest time to come out. It's not great at taking out infantry, but if it gets a shot off into a squad, it will take out a number of them. I'm just saying that it usually takes about 2 shots to kill an entire infantry unit. Which, with the tank and how long it takes to reload, is pretty bad. But I use it because I don't use it for that. I use it more to soak up damage and take care of enemy vehicles. Anyways, with that explained, if I've covered everything... Support. A myriad of cards. These are abilities that you will slowly accrue resources to use, and you get 3 of them. You actually get to mulligan at the start. You get 3. You get a choice of 3. They pop up with 3 of them, and you get to mulligan. You know, send one back into the deck. But you have a deck of 20. And once you exhaust all of these, you don't lose, but you can't use your munitions anymore, as it's called. And you get munitions like every 10 seconds, I believe. I kind of think of this one as a waste. Thus I reflected in my deck by getting rid of these. I used to have this, so thinking you need like 0 cost game 1 supply, but why get that when you could have fire up or hunker down? Like fire up, shot accuracy, and speed increase to friendly infantry for 15 seconds. I don't take cover under fire because I hardly take cover. And as you can see, that's increased damage resistance to friendly infantry while in cover for 30 seconds. I used to take draw fire, but through proper troop deployment, I've been able to negate that a lot, like needing to use that. And proper counters as well. Smoke, it takes too long to deploy in my opinion, so I don't bother using it. Infantry reserves gives you an extra reinforcement for an infantry unit. So you click on that, and then click on one of your infantry units that maybe you may have exhausted, or you just want to add one to, and it will spend 2 munitions to do that. Anti-tank team, it doesn't deploy them right where you put it. It just, you click it and it gives you a anti-tank team for 3 munitions, as opposed to like all your units are free, but as soon as you use that unit, it starts that timer I showed you earlier, this thing. See, that takes a full minute and 6 seconds. So if I say, oh look, the sniper team's ready because it's been 25 seconds, I click on the sniper, well, it will reset the timer on this tank, and it'll reset the timer on the assault and the AT team, etc. There's stuff you can use to negate that, but like for instance, disable selected vehicles weapon for 15 seconds, and vehicle and target repairing for 30 seconds. This I found it's not in an area. It's actually like in the target area, begin repairing for 30 seconds. It's actually you just target the area. Like, you basically select the units that you want to start repairing, and they repair for 30 seconds, regardless of whether they stay in that area. You're basically applying a healing DOT sort of thing. And I know that means damage over time, but it's healing over time. But HOT doesn't quite sound great. But yeah, hold the line, stops friendly units from moving for 10 seconds, and you may ask, well, like, why would you want to do that? Well, all your units head down the field regardless of your orders, unless you activate cover, which I'll be showing you that in a bit probably when we get through going through this, and we actually go into a practice, which then I'm actually going to do some player matches. I only did player matches versus my friend, and he had 3 doctrines and I had 2 doctrines, and by doctrines I mean operations, and it was rather difficult to fight him because he could actually deploy 3 tanks fairly quickly. There is a bit of a trouble with the luck of the draw in terms of the card packs. He has cards that allow him to deploy 3 tanks. Meanwhile, my army, when I first faced him, I didn't have tanks equipped Deploy anti-tank mines onto the battlefield, effective against vehicles. These take some time to set up, but once you put on, you can only deploy these assets or this support within a certain range of your units, so you can't always deploy anti-tank mines in front of the enemy vehicles. But I've used this to pin down enemies when I'm like in their base, or and the units, you can't like control them at all, so they will roll over the mines if you place them in the right spots, and they can't prevent that once you place them down. You get a total of 10 munitions, by the way, or yeah, 10 munitions. There is no way to boost that number to like 11, and you only get 10. You can store up 10, and it just stops building them. I see this as burning way too many cards for what you get. I've seen a lot of these network scramble assets with network assets, and they're fairly not worth burning. Your network scramble will show up, and you'll, yeah, replace your support assets. You'll kill 2 of your support assets in your deck from here to get 3 random network assets, which I actually had to give me double network scramble and one that decreased the cooldown of an infantry unit. I was out of infantry to build, so that didn't really help me. I used to have this, but I took it out because the Gaz 30 comes out fast enough for my likings. Reinforce, give 3 reinforcements to the select infantry unit. I use this a lot. And I use this a lot. This is often what you'll do to respond to things like a counter-wise, because they'll suddenly bring out tanks, and you want your infantry units not to die, or at least be able to soak up damage for the AT team, while the AT team takes their rocket launcher shots, and you'll be able to rush out AT teams with this. And this basically eliminates, you remove the timer on a unit for just that one time. You remove the timer on the unit, like say there's an AT team that's building while their timer's still going, you can use it on them and it will instantly clear the timer and you'll be able to build one. If you say build one and it starts the timer, you can then rush infantry on top of that and build another one right away. Okay, so with all that explained and long-winded speeches done, we're going to practice, and then we're going to go continue, USA expert, sure, and what's a good map to show off? Let's go with Storm. Let's go with Village. Just because it's fairly modern-esque for a lot of Americans to relate to fighting in desert countries, you know? Anyways, get rid of precise strike. Yeah, I'll just mulligan all 3 of these. I want certain ones. That works, that works, that works. Cool. There are hotkeys 1 through 5 as far as I can tell for these. And you will find the AI at least somewhat challenging, I guess. But as you can see, there is cover that I can click and activate. And green is cover that's the best cover, and it can't be destroyed. Meanwhile, cover like this is yellow cover, and that can be destroyed and gives less defense than normal. Now, a lot of this is and you'll notice a lot of this stuff is time sensitive, basically. You have to be doing something with their time. If you're waiting to deploy a longer term unit, that's something you can do, but you have to see he popped up and I could build him, and if I need one of those, I need to build him right away. You get quite punished in this game for not building units when you can, and you're not waiting on something later. Like if I'm waiting for a T90, that's fine, but I better you know, be able to deal with what I have currently. If I have the situation on the field dealt with, that's fine. But if not, like right now I'm just building up my initial rush, then I need to deal with what I have on the field right now. Oh, and you can also A and D to move the map, as opposed to dragging the sides here. He's got 2 AT teams here, which he's probably looking to... Here, I can select them. There we go. He's probably looking to push on me, fairly certain, but he wants... I bet he thinks that I... You can't see what enemy units have, what enemies have for units, but I bet the AI can. I don't know. I can't confirm if they can or cannot. He's moving up. Once he moves up into a certain range, I have to get out of cover because I'm better when I'm not in cover. I'm just waiting for... Now I'm going to just basically deploy the gas. And I'm going to move fairly fast because the gas does not wait. And this is how you... This is canceling cover, and this will send them out of the cover without canceling, which will cause another unit to go into the cover. And I'm going to go ahead and rush now. Anyways, there they go. They are throwing grenades. He just called down a mortar strike, as you can see right here. He called down smoke mortars. He just doesn't have the units, like the right units to deal with assault teams. He needs heavy machine gunners or snipers, something that's not just basic riflemen in cover, because right there you see the grenades, and they just blow people up. See, he can pick them out in the open field, and that's way better. But he needs to... Hopefully that'll save it. No. I didn't quite know the damage output. I don't know which squad he's shooting at, so I guessed. That is a lot of tanks. Luckily the grenades actually were able to wear through that. Only problem is what's going on right now. I'm increasing the damage by casting fire up. Hopefully... Problem is the AI of the units will actually target down your AT, and he just causes a mortar strike. That is something I often get a little salty about, is that mortar strike seems like the end all be all. Like, it is the solution to if you are tactically like beating your opponent pretty severely. A lot of the time it's just, oh yeah, let me just cast mortar strike on that unit that's destroying everything of mine, and I'm not appropriately countering it. Gonna go ahead and play a little bit more conservatively. Up here is the HQ, and you lose by basically having lower. When the time runs out, if you have lower, it will kill the... You will lose if you have lower base HP. And if you just flat out kill their base, you will win as well. Oh, lucked out. Cool. I can only reinforce infantry with that, by the way. That ability I just used. That is one downside of it. And I should have put these snipers in cover, but it doesn't seem like it would have mattered. So what we have to do is we're going to... I use this a lot of the time to... Did he just mortar his own thing? Looks like he mortared his own vehicle. But yeah, I use this a lot of the time, the cover, not so much as as a defensive measure as just a way to hold my units from charging in and do big pushes. There's a mortar strike and an artillery strike. Mortar strikes are more effective against infantry. Artillery strikes are pretty effective against infantry, just more effective against vehicles. Difference being artillery strikes will hit a area multiple, basically one area multiple times, while a mortar strike will hit an area one time, and if I recall anyway, he's used Scorched Earth, which is massive artillery strike, discards your other support assets. It's basically you basically see a strategic thing that is in your way, like if I deployed a Gaz 30 and he can't deal with the Gaz 30, it's just he says fuck it and kills everything in an area. So if the vehicle's sitting still, yeah, he'll probably hit it pretty hard. It's all about conservation, however, using effective counters and having the right answer to things. Sniper team, sniper team. He's got a lot of fucking sniper teams. I right-click to cancel, by the way. And I can't and you see I can't bombard that because I don't have a unit up there. How the hell we're gonna deal with those 3 sniper teams? I was just waiting for the tank.
Armor, ready to roll.
Now you'll see how slow tanks come out. Well, you saw it from him, but I quickly took that out with 2 rocket launchers and then fire up, which increases my accuracy and speed for 15 seconds. Shot accuracy. Because units can miss in this. Now I'm going to let the tank get fairly ahead of the units because it actually moves fairly slowly compared to the Humvee, or the Gaz 30. I keep on calling it Humvee because I play Command & Conquer Generals and 0 Hour and shit. But Rifleman, Assault, there's the AT team. As you can see, the AI is responding just by bombarding it. God, that's actually damaging that quite a bit.
Hostile neutralized. Over.
Is it high-powered sniper rifles? God, yeah, those are high-powered sniper rifles. Gonna throw out a Gaz 30. He is just annihilating that tank. He must have a... He probably has an op that allows him to do more damage, or he has those upgraded in a certain way that does more damage to vehicles.
Field artillery has the coordinates.
These sniper teams he has, man. They're practically anti-vehicle sniper teams. Maybe just, like, maybe he's increased their damage so their raw damage is wearing through the vehicle armor. Ah, shit. That's gonna suck. Get out of cover. Make the most of yourself, anyway. See, he has the grenade bounce and missed. Need to think of my assets carefully here. Fuck. Just go. Do as much damage as you can. I need to probably wait him out, to be honest. Let his infantry pour into the base. Throw another grenade, please. Throw another grenade, please. Like, I know the guy went to throw the grenade. Please get another grenade off. Damn. But yeah, to make sure the matches don't last too long, there's a timer. I'm gonna let the base just finish off some of these infantry. That's primarily what he's got, and he's staying in cover mostly because of it. Because he doesn't have a way to push my base. You can push the base with infantry, but you saw how easily my infantry, well, his infantry got shredded there. I'm just wondering how much AT he has. Because isn't it, he doesn't seem to have much AT, but those sniper teams are like AT. And he just used lav support, which summoned a free lav, well, a lav that cost 8 munitions. I can't really deploy a tank. Let's deploy a sniper team and see if we can make it effective. Negative cover. Just take up position. Damn, they didn't get in cover in time. Grenade. And there goes the sniper team. See, sometimes that grenade will actually fly past them and miss. That's why that's so disappointing. I'm just gonna use the fire up so it actually gives me something else. Can't really use this. Okay, good. I can actually use it on that. Because what I need is... love? No. I need to make a big push here. Which I think the solution to that is to do this, go like this. Damn. Damn. I'm not getting the right cards, really, to be able to deal with this. I'm just really impressed by his snipers basically being AT teams. He killed an entire batch of... He killed an entire tank with just sniper teams. Which is fucking ridiculous. Like, snipers are usually good against stationary targets, but not fucking tanks. He fucking killed a tank with 3 sniper teams. What the hell? I've never seen that. But as you can see, based on what your units did, they'll gain XP. But holy hell, what the fuck happened? Anyways, I got another level. Not that I really get what levels do in this game. God, maybe we should do some more practice. Fuck. Here, I'll show you like one of the different maps. Because there's maps that have a lot of cover, and there's maps that have very scarce cover, and there's maps that only have a lot of breakable cover. They look pretty decent detail-wise. I just wish you could zoom in on units, but that's not really... Like, you shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't zoom in on units while you're playing. Anyways, I'm gonna try to focus on just playing instead of fucking trying to explain stuff. Increased ballistic damage. Oh yeah, I didn't look at what ops he had, but goddamn, anti-armor snipers were... That was really shitty. I didn't see what his upgrades and ops he had. That was scary. Same rifle as before, 107-CQ. Looks like he burned fire up. And what I mean by burned is he just kind of used it without any effect. He also used supply boost, which is just gain. Yeah, these are just supplies, not munitions. But it's weird because it uses like a ammo cartridge to represent supplies. I don't really know what counters assault teams, to be honest. I know they say to counter sniper teams, you need to rush them with assault teams and... Fuck. Assault teams and... tanks. That's the thing, man. Fucking lab support. You just got that out.
Anti-tank weapon.
I was wondering why he had that, because that would take a long time to deploy otherwise. Okay, here we go. Please get a shot off. Nope. Please get a shot off. I think this is one of those moments where I just need to stop committing assets. And just let it roll. God, fucking A. Like, this wasn't... They must have done, like, some sort of patch, because it wasn't like this yesterday. They were rough, sure, but they had no counter to, like, what I was doing with the assaults and just charging in there. Yep, scorched earth. Just burning that tank. Is it repairing right now? Yes, it is. Shit. Smoke, which is going to help him quite a bit.
Anti-tank weapons have arrived.
It's not gonna matter if I repair or drop it. So I just would rather not. Just in case, I don't want it to get the last shot off. Please win this trade. We're better in the open, and they're in the open. And yeah, we got assaults versus riflemen. Problem is they still have 2 sniper teams up here. See, and he threw the grenade past and just got fucked basically. Okay, sniper one out there. It's value sniper here. Picking off quite a few. I don't imagine he'll survive when he reaches this range. This is his range, by the way. Mortar strike going down. Yep, he was trying to solve it with mortars. Now he has rifleman, sniper team, AT team, and another AT team. So this is temporary cover.
Field artillery has the coordinates.
There, I got 2 AT teams. That works. 2 AT teams for 1 bombardment. Come on, grenade! Yes, nice. It actually landed well enough. Trust me, if you play this game, you will get frustrated at grenades. Decent enough. Should have wiped out the whole squad, but whatever. I just want to get more men on the field, really. No such luck on getting another hit on that. Oh, we did have this AT team, which I could actually barely see. But I remember we had another AT team, but I don't know, I figured the game dicked me over somehow. Or freaking they mortared him or something. And that's... yeah! Last part of a mortar kills 2 fucking... or no, that's just an... no, that was the last bit of an assault team. And an AT team. Please kill. Thank you. Cool. Awesome. Actually... And Humvee's coming out. God damn it. I doubled down on snipers, and my snipers aren't gonna pick off this fucking Humvee. Like his did.
Anti-tank team is on the field.
Alright, just instant killed him. Sniper. Sniper. Come on. I bought time, but maybe I should have used that when the AT team was up here to actually fire.
Anti-tank weapons have arrived.
One more rocket and it's dead, but I don't think we'll get it. Done. Cool. Problem is we'll lose because they're at 250 and we're at 109. So we'll lose if we don't actually close this out if we don't get higher HP or make their HP lower in 3 minutes. Wow. And that's their AT team, so yeah, they're just gonna flat out win.
Anti-vehicle mines are being dropped in.
Lab support called in. There it is. Lab support, AK, we called in a fucking APC for free. Made munitions. I don't have anything like that though. I can't call in just a freaking, like I can't call in an APC. I have an APC, but I don't have it equipped, and I can't just call it in. I would need a specific card for that. So yeah, let's go tank, and then we need to deploy an assault to probably back that up. We just need to get out units to please kill that before it fires. No, it fired anyway, god damn it. We need to get across the field and fast.
Anti-vehicle mines are being dropped in.
Assets depleted. Now let's just, well, actually I think we lose. We lose regardless. Because of this whole sudden death thing. But yeah, he just had a fuck ton of mortars and artillery barrages, and I don't have anything like that, honestly. I have mortar strike and artillery, but I don't have mortar barrage or artillery barrage, and he just bombarded the fuck out of me until I died. Like, I won, eventually. But I guess I didn't win hard enough in a meaningful way for the game. Because he's exhausted all his forces. I can tell. But I lose. See? 109 to 203. Defeat. I was quite disappointed the first time I ever saw that. Because it was exactly the same situation of, hey, I finally come back after being, like, dominated for a long time in a match. I got ahead, and then it just said, well, you lose. Like, wait, why do I lose? It's like, because he has higher HP than you. The way the old, in Warfare 1944 and 1917, the way it used to work is if you had the most territory secured when the match ended, you won by default. I actually think I want to... Yeah, let's check that out. What the hell is this sniper rifle? Yeah, it's literally a fucking high-powered 50 caliber sniper rifle that friggin' makes the sniper team into an AT team. Christ. And what kind of tech is that? Like, what? Can I get that? Let me check. Sniper rifle. Standard, marksman rifle designated mid-range. Designated marksman rifle designed for quick target acquisition by sniper teams. Large caliber sniper rifle. Damage plus range. Resupply time and aid time. So what, I just don't have that at all? Into the targeted effect? Anti-vehicle training, apparently. But I can't get that until way later. Wow, that's devastating. Anyways, I'm gonna get rid of this situational awareness. It's not worth the range for the fucking... I can't unequip this. Oh wait, yes again. There you go. HE rounds. Damage versus light vehicles and infantry damage versus heavy vehicles. But yeah, that's rough. Let's edit and see what we can do here. Support. Oh, the line actually didn't end up being useful as I thought it would be. Artillery strike, sure. Problem is that the liner missile takes a while to come out. If anything, I want these snipers to be longer range. If anything, I want the snipers to be longer range. That's just it. Like, I want them to be longer range, and I want them to do more damage or be more accurate. Or, well, actually, longer range and be more accurate is what I would love. But the problem is just I'm dealing with anti-tank sniper rifles. And it doesn't reduce their damage versus infantry or anything. Looked like something was moving really fast, so I was just... It's like, no moving really fucking fast.
Tank team is on the field.
I guess in truth, I should be timing my opponent, so to speak. Anti-tank mines I can actually put down here.
Anti-vehicle mines are being dropped in.
And he solves it by mortar. Didn't get the kill, but that did.
Orders received. Moving out. Over.
And the grenade missed. It's weird because these are supposed to have shotguns. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I'm trying to use them, but they don't have their shotguns that I equipped them with, or thought I equipped them with, at least.
Field artillery has the coordinates.
Took out the cover and took out the AT team. That could be it, easily. Thought I equipped it last time I was playing the game, but then again, that was last time I played the game was at 6 a.m. Maybe we can get it to survive one shot. Put the anti-tank fucking sniper rifle. Aw, man. Fucking suck. I need to cover it with massive amounts of fucking infantry. That is a fact. None of us has lost HP. There's the assault team. Grenade missed. Destroyed the cover though. Lots of AT teams moving up. Sniper, which counts as an AT team, also moving up. Grenade mostly missed. Managed to finish off the sniper team at least, but that's not great when it comes to the AT teams. Still being alive. There goes that.
Anti-tank weapons have arrived.
There we go. Need the shotguns on the AT teams, man. Okay, god damn it, I was like, can you guys haul ass? Because there's just mortars going all around you, except for they're all hitting the back line, then one hits there. Shitty grenade. Stains the fields, level 1 shrubbery. No damage on either base. Their sniper teams are there though. Took out the sniper team. .248. I think he's out of forces. And now that someone has lost HP, there goes the timer. But yeah, not having... I don't get why the shotguns... Like, it shows the reduced range. I'll check if the shotguns are fucking equipped. Well, no, AK-47... Yeah, and they got the Saiga 12. Shouldn't they be shotgunning? Instead it shows them machine gunning. Select this so I can see the range.
Armor ready to roll.
Mortar. Great. A tank. Less damage when not in cover. This is the final push. Pull out all the stops. Alright, he just fucking... Alright, artillery strike on top of my fucking tank.
Anti-tank weapons have arrived. Hostiles neutralized. Over.
Yeah, they've got grenades. They've got grenades in their fucking... They've got grenades in their they've got noob tubes basically in their fucking M4s. Fuck that. Expert AI, the tier difference, Jesus Christ. Might as well do it. I mean, no tank's gonna go here, but might as well do it because I can't deploy any assets otherwise.
Mines are being dropped in.
Bloody fucking battle. And his fucking riflemen destroyed my Humvee practically. Because they had... His riflemen had grenades. What the fuck's the point of the assault team being able to throw a grenade if his fucking assault team throws grenades and his riflemen shoot grenades from their fucking M4s? I don't even feel good about that victory. Struggling against anti-tank sniper rifles and AT squads and fucking... Like, AT squads I can understand. You're supposed to take out the AT squads. And then fucking sniper teams that are both anti-infantry and anti-tank. It's like, great. All-around squad that doesn't fucking give a fuck. Let me make sure on this fucking platoon crap here. Yeah, so why is he going... It's supposed to go... Boo, boo, boo. The fuck? Grenade damage, movement speed. Damage versus enemies in cover. Units will throw grenades when engaged with enemies. As opposed to what they normally do. Deploys to press enemies, but they throw grenades by default. I'm just really curious what that does. Because they already throw grenades. So what's the point? Like grenade damage and movement speed, sure, but they already throw grenades. Fuck it. So now they're lower, a little bit lower HP. RNG, oh no, range. Decreased range, higher damage, higher speed. This is how the default unit is. And then that's like the red and the green is what I've done. Such a weird fucking thing. Okay, so the only use for gold I can see, the only use for gold I can see is to buy premium account access, 50% more credits per battle active. And you can only buy premium access for a short time. So 1, 2, and 7. So obviously want to save it for the 7. So I'm gonna look at this. So 1,000 for 7. 2,000 for 15, so that's times 2 plus 1. Yeah, but then the fucking 5,000, which is 3,000 more. 15 times 2 is 30. So that's that times 2 plus 40. I mean, plus 10. That's that time, that's this times 2 plus 10. So this isn't worth it. This is worth it. This is this. Not even times 2. So it's just plus 20. Yeah, this is the most worth it right here. 40 supply packs. So yeah, and yeah, that's some shit, ain't it? Anyways, let's actually do an online battle and see how this goes. Battle my platoon. Matchmaking can take several minutes to consider opponents of all skill levels. I'm curious. Okay, I'm curious. What can riflemen get? Increased damage with a custom range, full automatic bullpup, assault rifle. Love me some bullpup. Grenades. Limits the reinforcements and supply. Anti-vehicle kit? See, this does not note the GP25 like in the bottom part, but it shows it right there. Meanwhile, this notes the GT25 and shows it down here. Consistency, that is not. Yeah, riflemen seem really good. This is at 2:43 a.m. in case you're wondering. What does Steam charts say about this game? Like for how many people play it? There is currently 82. On a 30-day average, there's 34.7. They've experienced a 30-day gain of 16.6 and a 30-day percent gain of 91.83%. And we've been searching for 1 minute. You should probably take out repair drop, like it just in general. So we're up against Robot Man. I wonder what he's going to open up with. He's opened up with nothing so far. Oh, he waited for me to build something. I built an assault team. He built a sniper team. He's trying to get a forward setup on his sniper team. Fire up, so might not feed into that and just stay back for the moment. Sniper team again. And what does he have for snipers? M4A5s. Machine gun team. Why is he going machine gun teams against a friggin' LAV? I mean, Gaz 30. What's going on?
Anti-tank team is on the field. Anti-vehicle mines are being dropped in. Moving up. Over. Moving up. Over.
The entire time they just weren't firing because they wanted to desperately get into cover. But yeah, my assault teams, I tech them out to basically be just powerhouses. Move up one. Tank.
Anti-tank team is on the field.
I'd say it's an acceptable grenade sound now. I mean, not grenade sound, but, shotgun sound. Maybe I was confusing it for something else.
Hostile neutralized. Over.
This is what I'm used to dealing with, instead of that fucking high-tier fucking computer that just wrecked my shit. But this is how the AI would play against my strategies. Therefore, you would actually counter, like, tanks with AT teams instead of just building riflemen. So that was about, we searched for about 1 minute and 7 seconds or so. Found a match. No voice chat of which I know of. A robot man. You seem to get a shit ton more XP for playing against fucking people. Well, the operated weapon station pattern. Okay. That requires 3,000 though. Usually it's only 500 or 250. Win your first game for the day, repeatable. Win 3 games in a battle. How can you repeat your first one of the day? Except for winning, you know, another day. Defeat 25 enemy vehicles and win 7 games as any nation in a battle mode. I imagine that means they're gonna add more nations. I still want my fucking Third Reich. We need monsters, not men. And I want fucking the ability to like fucking do gas attacks. Like back in fucking World War One with fucking warfare in 1917, you could gas people in fucking trenches. In video games, there is no fucking... The hell is it? What's it called? Like the codes of war by which we're not supposed to be cruel. Codes of war that don't allow cruelty. Lego Man. We are not against Robot Man now, but Lego Man. It'd be cool if you gained these faster by how much territory you have accrued. AKA this. Machine gun team, yeah, so I'm gonna need you guys to just blitz them. With Hunker Down. I support my troops. Nice. Decent enough grenade. I should have summoned an assault and then used it. build not anti-infantry shit. At this point, I might as well build a tank. I wonder if he's getting frustrated. I hope not. Yeah, I gotta move.
Heavy armor rolling out.
Why is he just building machine gun teams and AT teams? Like, does the AI just not build assault teams? And that's what he's responding to? Hey! Finally built an assault team. I wonder if that thing I gave them, that one light grenadier thing, makes them grenade more often.
Hostile spotted. Fighting.
Damn.
Hostiles neutralized. Over. Hostile spotted. Fighting.
I will not drag this on. Then it has to go. He apparently will, though. It's 2-0 in terms of fucking player victories. As you know, the soundtracks are rather generic. I was gonna say, yeah, they did most of the work. They better get some XP. But yeah, as you see, like, the ones that didn't do much in the fight don't get much XP. Meanwhile, the assault's got all the XP, and the tank got all the XP, and Gaz 30, which was introduced very late into the fight. Anyways, I believe I've been recording for about an hour. Nope, hour and 37. So I'll stop the recording here, and probably upload this to YouTube. Hope you enjoyed watching. I may do more videos on this. The progression system via buying card packs is a little sketchy in terms of like how are you ever going to balance that, because people never have access to the same things, and the fact that you level up, your units get better. It seems very... The more and more you make those hard counters that are supposed to balance out the game into pudding, essentially. And by pudding, I mean you make snipers, which are supposed to be heavily countered to, like, they're the counter to cover, and to units just held up in cover, and the extreme counter to light machine gun teams. Well, they're countered by heavy vehicles, light vehicles, medium vehicles, and assault teams, but assault teams tend to lose about 2 units trying to take out the sniper team. Or 2 squad mates, whatever you want to call them, 2 individual guys in the squad of assault. So ideally you want to take them out with vehicles. So when you like if they deploy 2 snipers, they'll take out your assault team before your assault team reaches them, thus negating the whole assault team counter snipers thing. And if they're right outside your base, they're going to take out your assault team before you can build up 2 of them and send 2 of them at them. So vehicles are the best thing to send to sniper teams, but if you give sniper teams anti-vehicle sniper rifles that don't lessen the damage they do to infantry at all, and I would have to reduce the damage they do to infantry pretty heavily, what the fuck's the point? Like, that just makes the snipers really strong. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed watching. For Mother Russia.